why don't you tell us about how you come from a small college in Pembroke, the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. So how was that growing up and evolving into such a beautiful young lady now in Miss North Carolina?
Thank you. Well, the values that I've learned from growing up in the small town of St. Paul's, growing up in Robeson County, going to UNC Pembroke, they've really made me who I am today. Because of those values, it's helped me prepare for the platform of the Miss America organization so that I can still have those small town values, but on the national stage and show that no dream is too large when you set your mind to it.
Absolutely. And one of the things I respect and love most about Victoria is the fact that she has multiple degrees from UNCP. And before this experience, she was a producer at WECT in Wilmington. So can you tell us what the next few months are going to look like for you? I'm sure they're going to be crazy busy.
Yes, well, the producer mind never stops. Even as we're doing this interview, I'm thinking about what I would be doing in the control booth. But
Definitely.
I loved being a morning news producer at WECT. It was a challenge that I always looked forward to because I had to wake up every night at 11 o'clock, get ready, do my hair and makeup for when I was going to be on camera. But I clocked in at midnight, compiled the show, chose the stories, wrote who was going to say them, all the camera shots, all the technicalities. It's really a STEM field, and not a lot of people attribute that to the broadcasting industry, but it really is. And then to be able to take that knowledge and transfer it to being in front of the camera. And now with my job as Miss North Carolina, I've done several interviews and I feel right at home. So that's really helped make my job a lot easier as Miss North Carolina. And then going forward to Miss America, that's nationally televised. And it's just as much for the television audience as it is for the pageant audience who's going to be sitting in Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. So moving forward towards that in September, I'll leave here at the end of August, and then it'll be nationally televised on ABC on September the 10th, and I'm really excited.
I know, I can't wait. But what a lot of people don't know about you is that you had to try for the title of Miss North Carolina multiple times.
Yes.
So what would you say to someone who has a similar goal that may seem out of reach but isn't quite so?
The first thing that I would say is never give up. If this is your goal and this is your dream, work for it. My story is all about perseverance. Whenever I got a no, I looked at myself and said, how can I make myself a better person? And really strove to being the best Victoria Huggins that I could possibly be and who I wanted to be as Miss North Carolina and ultimately as Miss America. Because I've always wanted to be a good role model for children and for little girls especially. But for people in general, I wanted to show my servant's heart and how it's more important to serve your community and serve your state and ultimately your nation, more so than having the spotlight on yourself. So that's what I would share with them. If they want to do it, they can achieve it.
Absolutely. And so going forward with this process, what would you say is your ultimate goal from all of this? What do you want little girls at home to see, and parents and people who may not know a lot about the pageant industry? What do you want them to know?
I want people to look beyond my crown and sash, look beyond my hair, my makeup, my beautiful clothes, just like being here at all occasions today. They're an incredible sponsor of the Miss North Carolina organization, and they help me feel my personal best on the outside. But I want them to see my heart. I want them to see how much I love my community, how much I love my state, and see really my passion for Alzheimer's. That's my platform, and how I want to advocate for Alzheimer's families here in North Carolina and beyond as the first Miss America to have the platform of Alzheimer's on the national platform. So that would be incredible of an opportunity. But also I want to be the second Miss North Carolina to achieve the title of Miss America. We have not brought that home since 1962, and I think it's time to change that. And I'm the woman for the job.
Okay, so when can we tune in to watch you?
Well, you can watch on ABC September the 10th at 8 o'clock. The Miss America competition, and before that there's going to be a People's Choice competition where that person is automatically guaranteed a spot in the top 15, and y'all know who you need to vote for, none other than Miss North Carolina.
Absolutely, you definitely have my vote, and I'm sure the support of so many around North Carolina. You can find Victoria on Facebook, and you can find me on the Richmond Observer app as well as the website. Thank you guys for tuning in.